Hi guys, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to Planet Coaster, and this is another video for you for the 1.3.8 update that contains the spooky DLC, along with a bunch of free content as well. So an interesting feature that somebody has pointed out and discovered over at Reddit is that you can actually change the coaster cars now on some of your roller coaster tracks. For example, we can change the Bolt to the Trident. Now, if that sounds exciting, then perhaps just cool that off a little bit, because there are quite a lot of limitations to this. In fact, I don't even know if it's supposed to be a feature that's made it into the game at this point. But we'll have a look at it, see what you can do, what you can't do. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to leave a like and stay tuned for today's show. Okay then guys, so first thing I should note about this feature is it's not introducing any new coaster cars. All of these coaster cars that we can swap and change at this point are based on coaster cars and trains that are already in the game. For example, the Nala and the Monster, two wooden coaster types, and you can now switch them on the single track here. So why would this be useful? First of all, it's going to be useful if you obviously build a ride and then decide you want to use the other coaster type that can go on that particular track. Then you can switch without having to rebuild the ride from scratch. That said, I did mention there's quite a few limitations to this, and well, that's because there are, quite frankly. For example, this is the Nala track that I built, a Nala ride. And as you can see, you can switch over to the Monster, which is what I've done at the moment, or we can switch back and we can, just swap back and forth between them. The problem is, it doesn't work the other way around. If you build a Monster roller coaster, you can't switch to the Nala. This option simply isn't present. As a matter of fact, it does seem a little bit inconsistent with what rides you can do this with and which ones you can't. For example, if I build the Trident here, or if I built the Trident roller coaster, doesn't matter if it's complete or not, then you absolutely can't change this. However, on the other hand, if you go ahead and build the Bolt roller coaster, and I hope I've got some of the right options here that I've chosen, yes, you can actually change between the Bolt and the Trident. So it seems to work one way with some rides, but not the other. The same is true with the wooden roller coaster. And also, a lot of the roller coasters in this game, in fact, the vast majority of the roller coasters here cannot be changed. Once you put the track down, you can't change what train appears on them. So clearly this is only for specific roller coasters who have just had a reskin on the trains and yet have been given a separate option. So what's going to be happening? Are these going to be combined into one roller coaster type in the future and you get to select your own train types? I'm not sure. But as it is right now, this isn't really a proper feature that's been built in. It was not mentioned in the patch notes. Whether this is something that they've been playing about with in testing at the development team, then that's certainly possible. I personally don't think it was supposed to make its way into the game at this point. But hey, it's a cool little hint at perhaps some of the features that the team are working on. And who knows where we're going to go in the future with Planet Coaster. What are your thoughts then, folks? To be honest, it's probably just going to be a way of cleaning up the coaster library here by having multiple track types available from a single option here, so that it'll look like you've got less coasters then, but you'll be able to select more once you've plonked the track down. I'm guessing that's what it's going to be about. Maybe it's just an experimental feature they were playing with and it will never make its way into the game properly. Who knows? Either way, as I say, I don't think it's supposed to exist as it currently does. It's probably something that's just been neglected and forgotten about as the development build was pushed into a live build. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll see you soon for more Planet Coaster. Goodbye all, take care.